Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the World of Juice Hoops channel, and welcome back to the Oklahoma City Thunder realistic rebuild here on NBA 2K22. We return to Season 2 off-season. That's right, we went to the playoffs, we got beat, but that's okay. That is all right, because we're going to make it all good in the offseason. We've got some very important things to do in this offseason. We've got the NBA draft, where hopefully we can pull a 7'5" Frenchman to our team. If you don't know who that is, it's Victor Wembanyama. Hopefully he can come to the team. But if not, then there are some really good players in this class that we can possibly get. So it's not the end of the world. Let's take a look at the retirement class. We've got Carmelo Anthony wants to retire. He played for the Oklahoma City Thunder for a season, 17-18. He averaged 16 points per game. Look at that. He was bouncing around a little bit at the end of his career. Hall of Fame career, no doubt about it. No championships, but certainly a Hall of Famer. Then we've got Udonis Haslem. Is he gonna... Whoa, he averaged 26 points per game in Toronto? What in the world? That's got to be a glitch. There's no way he averaged 26 points per game in Toronto. What? There's absolutely no way. But he is a Miami Heat Hall of Famer. Is he going to be an NBA Hall of Famer? Probably not, I'd say. But he certainly is a Miami Heat Hall of Famer. Chris Paul, absolutely 100% an NBA Hall of Famer. Had some amazing seasons. And no rings as well. No rings. So nobody in the Hall of Fame class has any rings right now, but Chris Paul was just an absolute dog. He was an animal in his career. One of the greatest point guards of recent memory. Hall of Famer, no doubt. Dwight Howard, also a Hall of Famer. You may forget that Dwight Howard on Orlando was a inhuman. Like he was not from this planet. He was one of the best players in the entire NBA when he was on Orlando. Winning Defensive Player of the Years, winning just absolute all-star appearances, first-team All-NBA. I mean, look at that. He's even got a championship because he was on the Mickey Mouse Lakers that won in the bubble. So, I mean, he's even got a champion. Absolute Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. He may not have had the end of his career that was as very, very good, you could say that, but he is certainly 100% a Hall of Famer. Rudy Gay, not a Hall of Famer. Really, really, really solid NBA career. Started out in Memphis, went to Sacramento. That's probably where you know him the most, is from Sacramento. Played in San Antonio for a while. Went to Utah. Very good career. You would take his NBA career over a lot of people's. And he's not a Hall of Famer, but he is a very good NBA player. CJ Miles, Vera Zhao, Marc Gasol. Is Marc Gasol a Hall of Famer? He had some really good seasons on the Grizzlies. He's a one-time NBA champion with the Raptors. 3-time All-Star. Is Marc Gasol Hall of Famer? We'll find out what 2K thinks, but he had some really good career in Memphis. Probably going to get his jersey retired by Memphis. And one championship, is that enough to get him in the Hall of Fame? I don't know, probably not. Nobody else. There's some notable names in here. Obviously, everybody you would know in this class, but there are a couple Hall of Famers, at least 4, I'd say. That's what I'm going to guess. Oh, it's only 3, so no Marc Gasol Hall of Fame. I didn't think he was going to make it, but you never know. Chris Paul guaranteed, Dwight Howard guaranteed, Carmelo Anthony absolutely guaranteed. I didn't have any doubts for any of those 3 guys that they weren't going to make it. So those 3 guys do make it. They'll probably all get their jersey retired. They will. So Chris Paul gets his number 3 retired by the Clippers. The 12 is retired by the Magic for Dwight Howard. And the 15 is retired by the Nuggets. I'm surprised that number 7 is not retired by the Knicks, too. That's a little strange. The number 7 wasn't used besides anybody but Melo. I'm surprised it's not retired. Very interesting. Obviously, the Nuggets is where he started his career. League meetings, we will make sure that everything is rejected. Excuse me, to make sure that the seasons or the NBA stays the same. I'm trying to think of what I wanted to say there. Okay, we got the draft lottery up next. We should be able to see what our draft picks are at this point. We can't see what our drafts. Okay, we got to get through the draft lottery then. So, do we have? Oh, I saw 2 of our picks. So we have 2 picks. We have via the Clippers and via the Sacramento Kings. Please give us good odds to get Victor Wembanyama. That is what I want. I want Victor Wembanyama. That's the goal. is to get Victor Wembanyama. 76ers are picking 14th. The Houston Rockets, thanks to Milwaukee, are picking 13. Who's picking 12? The Washington Wizards. They picked Jalen Duren with the 12th pick last year. The Golden State Warriors are not moving. They're moving in the top 4 thanks to the Knicks. Via Charlotte, that is. The Nuggets stay at number 10. Number 9 is first of our picks, probably. And we stay at number 9, thanks to the Sacramento Kings. Now it's the other of our 2 picks. Please move up. Please move up. We got to move up in the draft. We got to. Victor Wembanyama is too much of a valuable piece to this team. If him and Paolo, and we need a center. Center is one of our needs. So center is one of our needs. Him and Paolo down low in the paint. Victor can probably shoot the 3 a little bit. I mean, it would just be too magical. So we got to try and move up to number 1 to get the first pick to get Victor Wembanyama, because he's no doubt going number 1. That's just a guarantee. The Warriors get the 4th pick. The top 3, it's the Pelicans, and they get the 3rd pick. Okay. The Bulls and the Jazz were the 2 other worst teams. The Jazz get the 2nd pick. That means the Chicago Bulls are who we're going to have to trade with. The Chicago Bulls are who we will have to trade with to get this pick. So all of our picks, we only have 2 of them. We only have 8 and 9. That's very interesting. I thought we had more than that. Okay. Well, we know what we have to do now. We know where we have to go. Future draft picks. We only have 8 and 9 in this draft. We have 2 next year for the Pistons and the Rockets. So that is good. We also have a top 5 protected pick from the 76ers, but I don't assume they're going to be bad. So that's going to be probably our pick. But we have 8 and 9. We got to go try and get Victor Wembanyama, because if we go to the scouting, Victor Wembanyama is not even really the projected number 1, but I don't think I can take a risk of having the Bulls take Dariq Whitehead, because you never know, they might switch it up and take Victor Wembanyama. That's a very good possibility, and I think he's going to be the best option for us. He fits our team. He has great mid-range scoring. Occasionally can shoot the 3. I'm going to have to change his height. I think he's listed at 7'5". So if we do draft him, probably going to have to change his height. Dariq Whitehead, also a very good player. He's projected to be Kevin Durant's ceiling. That's amazing. What about Scoot Henderson? He's got no ceiling. Scoot Henderson's a very good player, very good playmaker, and good at the rim scorer. There's options for us here. I mean, there's some players. Amari Bailey obviously could be a pick for us. He doesn't really do anything amazing, but he's a good scorer. Tyrese Proctor is also a good scorer. Ausar Thompson, or Alsar Thompson, I think is how you say it. I don't know how to say his name, if we're being honest. Keith Van Horn. But we all know who we're here for. We're here for Victor Wembanyama. So let's go talk to the Chicago Bulls. I want to do Trade Finder first, and I want to see, we don't have anybody on the roster. I want to see just how valuable that first overall pick is. Do we even have anything on our roster that they would want? Probably not. No, they say no to that. So this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky, because we don't have free agency till after, so we can't bring any of our guys back. Staff signing, I think I'm going to keep Oliver Gordon here. He seems to be a fine head coach. I don't think we need to change that. So we're going to move on to pre-draft workouts, all that good stuff. We can work out Victor Wembanyama. We can work out Scoot Henderson. I'm going to work out a couple of these guys just to make sure that we know who we want to get, in case we can't for some reason get what's his name, Victor Wembanyama. That's what it is. That's how I wanted to say. So we'll scout some of these guys down here. We'll invite some of them, some of these guys higher up on the list probably. Might as well offer Gregory Jackson and Dylan Mitchell. Yeah, sure, Dylan Mitchell. You guys can all come to the pre-draft workouts. Okay, we know a little bit more about some of these guys. And now it's time for the NBA draft. So this is our make or break. We've got to go, not Trade Finder, we got to go and make a trade with the Chicago Bulls for a certain number 1 overall pick that will end up being Victor Wembanyama. Are we going to have to give up both of our first round picks? Probably. Yeah, they think it's a little bit too valuable. So we're probably going to have to give up both of these first round picks. They still say no. I'll give you a... What do I want to give them? I want to give them a first round pick in 2027 from us, because by that point I'm hoping we're really good. They still say no, so 3 first round picks is still not good enough to get the first overall pick. We don't have anybody on the roster. We have Shea, who's still hurt with that torn left elbow ligament injury, or torn left elbow ligament injury. We have Mitchell Robinson, we have Paolo, and we have Ty Washington under contract. Now, we're going to bring in, if we get this deal done, we're going to bring in Victor Wembanyama. So then Miles Turner would come off the bench if we bring him back. And he impressed me. He really did. He played really, really well. Do we get rid of Mitchell Robinson? Mitchell Robinson also impressed me. He played really, really well. I was very impressed with him. But that gets it done. So our 2 first round picks and Mitchell Robinson to get the number 1 overall pick. I'd say that's a good deal. I'd say that's a realistic trade in terms of what we had to give up and the value that we gave. So, Victor Wembanyama, welcome to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I will make sure that he is listed at 7'5". If he's not, then I'll keep him at 7'3". But Victor Wembanyama will be the first pick of the NBA draft in 2023. Oklahoma City Thunder select Victor Wembanyama. He looks to be a solid pick. He is going to be the starting center for us. The Utah Jazz, they take Dariq Whitehead, 6'6", 190 small forward out of Duke. He's probably going to be a really, really good player. Oozing with potential is what they say. The Pelicans take Scoot Henderson out of high school with the 3rd pick. Maybe to be their new Chris Paul, who knows. The Golden State Warriors, they take the trade. They trade 2 first-round picks for DeMar DeRozan and Jeremy Lamb from the Chicago Bulls. So the Bulls move into the top, and they get Anthony Black from Arkansas. So they pick with the number 4 pick and 8 and 9. The Chicago Bulls are making absolute crazy moves in this draft. They must think that their future is in this draft. Gregory Jackson goes to the Magic. Cameron Whitmore goes to the Rockets. The Indiana Pacers take Nick Smith. The Bulls, they trade this pick, number 8, to the Hornets for Ousmane Ndiaye, 7-foot power forward from Senegal. I might have butchered his name. I apologize. And then they also draft Keontae George. So the Bulls end up out of here with 2 picks. I don't think I have any other picks. I think I only had the 2 first-round picks that we traded to the Bulls. So that's going to be the end of the draft. So Victor Wembanyama immediately comes in, and he's 82 overall. Dariq Whitehead's a 78. Henderson's a 80. Everybody else is a 77. So the Bulls walk out of here with Anthony Black, a good small forward shooting guard, and they also get Keontae George, who is a shooting guard small forward. So they traded DeMar DeRozan for this pick, and they drafted Anthony Black, so they got their replacement there. Rookie signings, we are going to bring in Victor Wembanyama. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. We are going to accept the options of Devin Vassell and Josh Giddey. Don't get it twisted. We're going to do that. And then we go to qualifying offers. I will extend the qualifying offer to Kevin Porter Jr. and Darius Bazley. Mainly Darius Bazley because I want to maybe have him as a trade piece. You never really know. Do we have any money? That is the question. Finances, salary cap breakdown. We are negative $46 million because Shea's making a boatload of money and now Victor's making a ton of money. We've got our rookie from last year, Paolo. We got our rookie this year, Victor Wembanyama. We can't really do a ton in free agency except for bring everybody back. That's basically all we can do. We have the bird rights on Miles Turner, so we might as well do that to be the backup. 4-year deal is a little bit excessive. Maybe a 2-year deal for Miles Turner. I'd do that. A 2-year, $17 million deal I don't think is that bad. Just to be our backup. Lou Dort, we definitely want to bring back. 3-year deal I don't hate. Darius Bazley, we've got restrictions on, so we'll just match whatever we have to there. And Isaiah Roby, That's a very expensive contract, Isaiah. I don't like the fact that you're asking for that, but a 2-year, $8 million deal I don't hate. So that is what we're going to do here. We've offered those guys, and we have the qualifying offers on the other 2 restricted guys. So if we go back to the overall guys, John Morant's probably going to go back to the Grizzlies. I would expect all you guys, all the restricted guys, to come back to their teams. We do lose Bradley Beal, though. That is one thing that we are going to lose, is a guy like Bradley Beal. So that might hurt us. So we get Lou Dort, we get Isaiah Roby, we get Miles Turner. They've all agreed so far. So if we get to the actual free agency thing, then they'll be there. But Bradley Beal still with no offers. We have money to bring him in. I thought we had negative money, but I guess we have money. I need to take a look at this team. And I need to find out what we have and what we don't. We have our point guard, Shea. We don't have a shooting guard because I moved Josh Giddey to small forward. I can always move him back. And we have our power forward and our center. So we need depth, and we need a starting shooting guard. Or we need a starting small forward, either one. So the small forward options, the best one here is RJ Barrett, but he's restricted. And I have talked about in the past how I would like to get RJ Barrett on the team. And we could afford him, but I don't know if it'd be worth it because the Knicks might just match it. So we might as well just not even bother with it and go for... Do we sign Bradley Beal to a long-term contract? Was he really that good? Maybe Darius Garland? But then we would be out of... It wouldn't be really worth it at that point. This is tricky. This is very, very tricky to figure out what we want to do here. A guy like Cam Reddish would be very, very good. Cam Reddish would certainly be a good option coming off the bench. I wouldn't mind that at all. Or Dylan Brooks either, because he can shoot the 3-ball too. So Dylan Brooks wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But we got to figure out what we want to do here at shooting guard. Do we want to bring in Bradley Beal on that contract? Is that the idea? I didn't mean to do the Tennessee view there. I keep doing it. Stop it. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Do we want to bring Bradley Beal back to the Oklahoma City Thunder? I mean, we did trade a decent amount for him, so I feel like we kind of have to. But a 4-year deal is very, I don't know if I like that. What about 3 years, $25 million? That shouldn't hurt us too much. And then I can also try and offer Cam Reddish a contract because I wouldn't mind that. Oops, I didn't even offer it. Cam Reddish, negotiate, and then we need to bring in a big man or a power forward center type. Who would fit that? PJ Washington, but he's restricted. I don't really want to go for anybody too expensive because we don't really have a ton of money, especially if we bring back Bradley Beal. So Jayshawn Tate's restricted. I don't even know if they would. I mean, we do have Darius Baisley who we're working on, but I don't even know if they would offer or they would match his contract. Jeremy Grant, no. Keldon Johnson's restricted. Keldon Johnson would be a very interesting one. I wouldn't hate it. I really, really wouldn't hate it if we brought in Keldon Johnson. I'll throw a contract his way. If they match it, they match it. But it looks like, it would be over the money. We'd be over the money, but we also have to worry about if Cam Reddish gets matched or not. That's another big thing. So we'll keep going. All right, here we go. We're going to move into the actual regular free agency. Once we hit this button, all of these guys will be back on the team. We don't have enough money under the salary cap to bring in Cam Reddish. Well, that sucks. So Cam Reddish no longer on the team. But we do bring in Bradley Beal on a new contract, which we could move if we needed to. We could move it. And I might move Lou Dort to be a backup shooting guard. I might do that now. If I go to the Tennessee views. There we go. I keep passing. Why do I always do that? I always hit it too many times. All right. Let's find Lou Dort and make him a shooting guard small forward. Confirm changes. All right. So that will be the backup to to Bradley Beal. Then Devin Vassell can be the backup. So we just need to bring in another power forward, which we're still working on. What's his face? Hasn't decided yet. What's his name? Baisley. He hasn't decided. Oh, we lost because we don't have enough money. So we can't bring in Darius Baisley. Okay. Can I use my mid-level exception, though? Do I have that? Because we need to bring in a power forward, so we got to figure out something there. So let's take a look at some of the decent value guys at power forward that are cheap. I might as well just go from here. Okay, so who's like a good power forward backup that we could use the mid-level exception on? There's Trace Jackson Davis, who didn't get drafted. It looks like, at least didn't get picked up by whoever drafted him. There's EJ Liddell. They have Justice Winslow playing power forward center. That is not what he plays. But whatever. There's EJ Liddell. Maxi Kleber. I wouldn't hate a contract with Trace Jackson Davis. Would he take the minimum? It doesn't look like he'd take the minimum. You don't have a contract, Trace. You might as well take what you can get. We can offer him that. What about center? Who is a good center? Actually, we don't really even need a center. I could use a point guard, though. Another point guard just to have. There's Brandon Knight, who's 31 years old. I didn't realize he was... I thought he was out of the league, to be honest. Jose Alvarado. Ooh, okay. Jose Alvarado is an interesting one. There's Cap Barber. I might go back and get Alvarado. Although Malachi Finn, Emmanuel Mudiay, Frank Ntilikina. But he's a little bit too expensive at this point. I might go and get, what's his face? Jose Alvarado to be a backup point guard for us. And then maybe, can I get a backup shooting guard that's not super expensive? Carson Edwards, Austin Rivers, Denzel Valentine. They have him playing shooting guard. Andre Robertson for some defense. That could be good. Gary Harris, Damian Lee. Matt Thomas. He shoots a lot of threes, but it doesn't look like he's that great. Bryn Forbes. Ooh, Bryn Forbes. On a minimum? Yeah, I'll bring in Bryn Forbes. We can renounce the rights of Patrick Beverly. I don't really want Patrick Beverly. There's Trace Jackson Davis. Has Bryn Forbes decided to sign? I didn't even see that. Zach LaVine still doesn't have a job. He's got 15 offers, but he hasn't accepted anymore. Neither has Cam Reddish. I kind of screwed that up with Cam Reddish. There's Jose Alvarado. Bryn Forbes did accept. Okay. There is Gideon Vassell, Trace Jackson Davis to be another young guy with Paolo. I'm not fully comfortable with the power forward spot, at least the backup power forward spot. But other than that, I think we've got our backups aren't like great. Our bench isn't amazing. But maybe Ty can develop. I feel kind of bad that I screwed up Cam Reddish with the no money thing. Hopefully he finds a job. Is Zach LaVine going to get a contract? I mean, is he going to offer? He's got the Lakers right now. Is somebody going to ask, or somebody going to actually sign Zach LaVine? It doesn't look like anybody even wants him. Okay, Cam Reddish finally got some offers. That's good. Is it the Hawks? Yeah, the Hawks came back in with a one-year deal. If they're offering a one-year deal, why can't I offer a one-year deal? I can only offer 1 year, 4.6. He's insulted by the offer. I'm sorry. We also couldn't bring in Kevin Porter Jr. again. I forgot about that. All right, maybe I mismanaged the money, but that's okay. Player progression. Giddey's up 3 to an 86. Paolo's up 4 to an 84. Up 4 to an 83. Shea's up 1 to a 91. Vassell's up 2 to an 81. Ty's a 77. Roby's a 77. All right, we've got our work cut out for us. Are we a playoff team? Our starting lineup might think that, but our bench is not very deep in terms of like amazing talent. So maybe not. The NBA Summer League. We've got Banchero and Wembanyama. Available players. There's Cam Reddish. Add to the roster. He's not interested in, because we screwed him out of the money. He's not interested in coming to our team. PJ Washington, Kobe White, Kevin Porter Jr., Iota Sumu. There's Darius Baisley. What do we even need? We have point guards. We have shooting guards. We need small forwards. That's what we need. And Cam Reddish is that small forward, but he doesn't want to come here. There's Jaden McDaniels. Who's the best small forward? Aaron Wiggins. I thought that was Andrew Wiggins. I was like, what's he doing in summer league? He shouldn't be here. Let's go for Wisekamp, I guess. How many players can we have on the team? Can we have Marvin Bagley? Marvin Bagley should not be in summer league, that's for sure. We can't add him to the roster. Looks like we have a full team in summer league. Okay, but I'm happy that Paolo and Wembanyama get to play in summer league. Discard the changes. All right, there's the roster. Are we gonna do anything? I don't know. Similarly through the game, we lost 127-112. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to lose. Where's our next game at? Against the Pelicans. Okay, come on, win this game. And we did 120 to 92. Now we play the Bucks. PJ pinched his right shoulder nerve and is out for the season. Great job, PJ. But we did win that game. So now let's simulate through the rest of these playoffs. PJ's back though. Okay, good. PJ, where are we at? We are the 3rd seed. I'll take it. Going up against the 30th seeded Dallas Mavericks. And we move on. Perfect. You love to see it. Then it's the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the New York Knicks, 3 versus 14. And we got eliminated by the Knicks in the 2nd round. Wow. That is interesting. And the Charlotte Hornets, who have Cam Reddish. If I would have just got Cam Reddish on the roster, we would have won. It's that simple. If I would have just got Cam Reddish on the roster. Now, I don't know if there's a 2024 class. At least it's probably not very accurate. There is a 2024 class. I'll go with it. I mean, this one says it's realistic. I'll pick this one. This one says it's realistic. We might as well test it out. We can always go and download the other one if it's not super good. But how can you even know what's realistic at this point? Because it's 2024. There's Mikey Williams, DJ Wagner, Kwame Evans Jr. There's Bronny James. Ooh, Bronny James might be the one to go for here. How tall is he? He's 6'3". I thought Bronny was bigger than that. I don't know. DJ Wagner also looks pretty good too. Baye Fall or Baye Fall. Is that Taco's brother? I don't know. But that is going to be the episode. This is what the roster will look like headed into season 3. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Bradley Beal, we brought him back. Josh Giddey, Paolo, and then nope, Wembanyama is going to start. Sorry, Miles Turner. I appreciate you. But we are going to give those minutes to Victor Wembanyama so he can develop. Then Miles Turner, Devin Vassell, Lou Dort. We have a defensive nightmare on defense. Like, it's really good. With Turner, Vassell, Dort. Amazing defense. Then you got Ty, Isaiah Roby. So we don't really have a good point guard to back up. We also have Glenn Robinson the third. I don't know how he got here. But I kind of want to get some minutes to Trace Jackson Davis, or at least a possibility of some minutes. Because he could turn into be something. You never know. He could actually be something. But in terms of money, finances, not jersey sales, in terms of salary cap breakdown, we are into the negative now because we're paying Bradley Beal. We're paying Miles Turner. And these guys could get moved to the deadline depending on if we're a buying team or a selling team. Lou Dort's now making a ton of money, so I can see why we have the roster that we have. And maybe I didn't do it as I didn't manage the money as great as I could have. But it is what it is. This is the hand that we've been dealt, or that I've given us. And maybe Bradley Beal ends up not working out for us. We only had him for half a season. He helped us get to the playoffs. So I felt like that was deserved. He deserved a contract like that. And it's not, I could have paid him more. I kind of lowered it to as much as I could. This Miles Turner deal is going to be the big one, I think. This Miles Turner deal is definitely going to be what decides if we are if we're good or not. But in the end, between this episode and the start of next season, in the next episode, I will Google Victor Wembanyama's height, and if he's listed 7'5", then I will bump him up to a 75 or 7'5". Although I do want to go quickly player mentorship, and I want to, speaking of Victor Wembanyama, I want to go to and select the no, not the mentee, select the mentor. Yes, this is what I want to do. So I want to set some badges for Victor Wembanyama. He already has 10 badges, but I want to give Wembanyama a head start on some of these badges defensively in terms of of his mentor, Miles Turner. I kind of forgot what I was talking about there. Defensive leader, post lockdown definitely, and then glue hands, outside scoring, difficult shots, set shooter. Let's give him set shooter. Those are the 3 badges that I want him to work on, Victor Wembanyama. Hopefully he can get those in the future. And I think that's going to do it for this episode. That was the off season where we drafted a Victor Wembanyama from France with the first overall pick. We traded the 8th and the 9th. Maybe it would have been better to keep the 8th and the 9th pick and draft 2 valuable role players instead of 1 superstar, but I decided to go with the superstar, and we got him. We got Victor Wembanyama on the team. So I hope you guys do enjoy. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Both my main channel and my third channel are linked down below in the description. You want to go check out either one of those. You guys already know what kind of content on the main channel has. Madden content, all kinds of stuff. It's kind of a variety channel on the main channel. And then the third channel has baseball, all about baseball. So if you want to go check out MLB The Show, if you like that kind of stuff, or if you like Madden, go check out those channels. But if you want to stay here and you only like 2K, I got plenty of videos for you here on 2K. So it's up to you guys. You got the pick of the litter. But thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.